Good afternoon. I hereby call this oversight hearing to order. Just over a year ago, the committee began examining the Government Accountability Office's high risk list. For the first time, 3 federal Indian programs, Indian energy, education, and healthcare, were included on the list due to their vulnerability to mismanagement, waste, fraud, and abuse. These federal programs are vitally important to Native American communities. They affect the safety of school buildings, the quality of healthcare and education, and the advancement of Indian energy development. This is the committee's third hearing focusing on evaluating efforts to address the GAO recommendations for tribal health, education, and energy programs. Based on some recent information from the agencies, there has been some progress from the Bureau of Indian Education and the Indian Health Service in closing recommendations and improving services. However, the past year we have seen very little progress in implementing Indian energy. Only 1 out of the 14 GAO recommendations have been addressed by the Department of Interior regarding Indian energy development. The Department of the Interior is supposed to facilitate tribal resource development. However, for many tribes, the agency has only delayed such activity. Our past hearings, as well as the GAO report, have confirmed that the Indian Energy Program at DOI has cost tribes millions of dollars in delayed or missed opportunities for economic development. In my home state of North Dakota, the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation, also known as the 3 affiliated tribes, has been an industry leader in oil production. In fact, if the 3 affiliated tribes were their own state, they would be the 7th leading oil export producer in the United States. Just that one reservation by itself would be the 7th largest oil-producing state if it were a state. It is of critical importance that the trustee does not inhibit or prevent tribes such as the 3 affiliated tribes from engaging in activities that promote economic development in Indian country. Many tribes have invested in energy development. These tribes have communicated to this committee their disappointment with the prioritization of energy development at the Department of Interior. Some tribal leaders have even suggested moving the Indian energy portfolio from the Department of Interior into the Department of Energy. Because of this feedback, this Congress, I introduced S-245, the Indian Tribal Energy Development and Self-Determination Act of 2017, along with Senators Barrasso, Enzi, Gardner, Heitkamp, Lankford, McCain, and Moran. This bill was developed in consultation with the energy-producing Indian tribes to correct burdensome agency regulations. Most notably, the bill directs the Department of the Interior to provide Indian tribes with technical assistance in planning their energy resource development programs, cuts red tape and makes it easier for Indian tribes to develop their own resources, and streamlines the process for approving tribal energy resource agreements. Once again, Congress must step in to ensure that the agency prioritizes and corrects critical and failing programs. Moving forward, we will continue to work to ensure the Department is giving the appropriate attention to these matters. I want to welcome all the witnesses today, and I look forward to hearing about the work that is being done to turn around these programs. Additionally, I look forward to discussing the GAO recommendations that have been closed and a specific timeline for closing outstanding recommendations. More importantly, I want to know how these solutions have benefited Indians and tribal communities. Before we hear from our witnesses, I want to turn to Vice Chairman Udall for his opening statement.